Kita nyo ba? Siyempre tayo mag-adjust. So, nagsisisi na ba kayo? Nakampan ng kasamaan at kadiliman ng mga hinalal niyo sa pwesto? As a kakamping, tama pa rin talaga kami since 2022. Pero ang tanong, dapat bang ma-impeach si VP Sara Duterte? Well, fun fact, did you know na noong panahon ni former President Macapagal Arroyo, kahit sangkatebang pinasangkutan niya na issues like Hello Garzi, ZTE Project, ay hindi siya na-impeach? Bakit? Ayon sa saligang batas, isang beses lamang or under Article 9, Section 3, Number 5 of 1987 Constitution, no impeachment proceeding shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. Time and time again, I keep on telling you na knowledge is power if you know how to use it well. And in the case of VP Sara Duterte, she really used it well. So for today's video, we will be discussing impeachment while gumagawa ko ng new DIY all-natural booster juice ko. So let's go!
Ano nga ba ang impeachment? Impeachment refers to the power of Congress to remove a public official for serious crimes or misconduct as provided in the Constitution. Sino nga ba ang mga impeachable officers? Under Article 11, Section 2 of the 1987 Constitution, ang mga sumusunod ng impeachable officers. First, President of the Philippines. Second, Vice President of the Philippines. Third, members of the Supreme Court. Fourth, the members of the Constitutional Commission. And fifth, the Ombudsman. Anong mga grounds for impeachment? The grounds for impeachment are the following: culpable violation of the Constitution, treason, bribery, other high crimes, graft and corruption, or betrayal of public trust. Ano naman ang procedure for the impeachment? Under the new provision, it is the House of Representatives alone that can initiate an impeachment case by a vote of at least 1/3 of its members. On the other hand, the sole power to try and decide such case is conferred on the Senate, which can convict only by a vote of at least 2/3 of its members. So balik tayo sa Article 9, Section 3, Number 5 of the 1987 Constitution, kung saan sinasaad na no impeachment proceedings shall be initiated against the same official more than once within a period of 1 year. Isa to sa niris kung bakit naging unconstitutional ang impeachment ni VP Sara Duterte. So what do you mean pag sinabing initiate? In the case of Francisco versus the House of Representatives, kinlarify ng Korte Suprema na the term to initiate refer to the filing of the impeachment complaint, coupled with Congress taking initial action of said complaint. On the basis of this ruling, impeachment proceeding can be considered as initiated and would bar the institution of another for 1 year after such initiation, kahit pa yung impeachment complaint ay totally baseless. Sa Gutierrez versus the House of Representatives naman, it was clearly stated na sa impeachment complaint, hindi kailan isa lang yung naka-indicate na impeachable offense. Multiple complaints may be considered so long na they would all be simultaneously referred or endorsed to the proper committee of the House of Representatives at paglilid lang siya to only one impeachment proceeding. So to answer your question, legally unconstitutional to have more than one impeachment complaint, kaya hindi magpo-prosper yung kay VP Sara unless matapos na yung period of 1 year. After this, ipagdasal nyo na hindi mag-file ng impeachment complaint yung mga kaalyado niya kahit na baseless yung ipa-file nilang complaint. Possible ba yun? Yes, that will be their strategy to file an impeachment complaint na totally baseless para hindi mag-prosper and para ma-hinder yung mga totoong opposition na mag-file ng legitimate and may basis na impeachment complaint. And yung sinasabi ko ditong totoong opposition, hindi yung political nemesis lang.
Nirelease na din ng Korte Suprema ang desisyon sa impeachment complaint laban kay VP Sara Duterte. This is a 97 pages jurisprudence pero isi-simplify ko na lang since ang pinaka-topic natin ay ang constitutionality ng impeachment niya at ano ba talaga ang nangyari. Short background muna tayo. So may 3 impeachment complaints na na-filed before the House of Representatives by private individuals and different groups on December 2, 4, 19 of 2024. O diba ang galing nila?
same month pa silang lahat. As in, Christmas season, alam na nga nilang isang impeachment complaint lang dapat per year. Anyway, a fourth complaint was lodged by a resolution approved by more than one-third of the HOR members of the 19th Congress on February 5, 2025 and na-transmit yung articles of impeachment sa Senate on the same day. Then, two petitions ang final before the Supreme Court challenging yung constitutionality ng impeachment. So, ang desisyon ng kasong ito ay sinulat ng ating Supreme Court Senior Associate Justice Marvick Leonen. So, ngayon i-discuss natin agad ang issue and ruling ng Supreme Court. So, ang issue sa case na to ay whether the Congress in action on the first three impeachment complaints violated the one-year bar rule under Article 11, Section 3, Number 5 of the Constitution, and whether the fourth impeachment violated VP Sara Duterte's constitutional right to due process and speedy disposition of cases under Article 3 of the Constitution. The ruling, dahil hindi na-aksyonan ng 19th Congress and since magkakaroon na ng pagbabago sa membership ng 20th Congress dahil sa kakatapos lang na midterm elections, yung first three impeachment complaints are considered of functus officio or na-discharge na yung duty nila. In any case, the transmittal of the fourth impeachment complaint did not toll the constitutional period for the referral of the three impeachment complaints to the proper committee. The first three impeachment complaints were terminated or dismissed, while the articles of impeachment is barred by the one-year period. It is clear that the impeachment complaint commenced through Article 11, Section 3, Number 2 is different from the impeachment complaint filed through Section 3, Number 4 in light of the archiving, dismissal, or rendering of the first three complaints as functus officio. The article of impeachment filed on February 5, 2025 is therefore barred because of the violation of the one-year bar under Section 3, Number 5. Dito rin sa kasong to, nagkaroon ng bagong definisyon ang pag-initiate ng impeachment kung saan considered na siyang initiated kahit na yung complaints hindi na-referred sa committee and after a period of time na may inaction sa part ng House or na-archive to, then effectively dismissed, counted na siya as initiated impeachment complaint. So how to compute the one-year bar? The one-year bar should be reckoned from the initiation of the impeachment complaint if unacted upon or when it is dismissed if it has been partially acted upon. The one-year bar may also start to commence upon the violation of the fundamental rights of the respondent, which as the House or the Senate of jurisdiction. In this case, the three impeachment complaints were properly endorsed within the 10th session constitutional requirement. However, the three impeachment complaints were archived and therefore deemed terminated or dismissed on February 5, 2025. Therefore, no impeachment complaint, if any, may be commenced earlier than February 6, 2026. So, ingat kayo guys around February of 2026 kasi nga baka mga kaalyado niya ang mag-file ng impeachment tapos baseless para hindi mag-prosper like what happened this year. So, ayun lang, Lesters. I hope you learned something today about impeachment. My final words for today's vlog. Siguro kung yung pambato namin ng 2022 presidential election ang nanalo, hindi sana ganito kagulo ang politika at gobyerno natin. Sana natuto na kayo sa mga nakikita nyo ngayon. Yung mga 20 pesos na bigas, hindi naman natupad. Yung flood control na pinagmamalaki niyang fund, nasa na, lagi tayong binabaha. So, guys, you can see the results. Nasa huli talaga ang pagsisisi. So, sana sa 2028 election, huwag na kayong magpapauto, huwag na magpapadala sa fake news. Sa susunod na halalan, tamang mga tao nang iloklok sa pwesto. Yung mga karapat dapat talaga mamuno. Yung walang bahid ng korupsyon, hindi kabilang sa political dynasty at higit sa lahat, walang confidential fund. So, yun lang, Lesters. Till our next vlog, please like, share, and subscribe. Later!